Welcome to SVG-TV's News and Sports for today, Tuesday, October 22nd. I'm KAHLIL, and these are the details. Much more needs to be done to modernize the public sector here. That's the view shared by Minister with responsibility for the public service, Maxwell Charles, at the opening of a public service ownership workshop facilitated by Vera Ann Brayton. Charles outlines that as SVG celebrates another year of independence and as citizens demonstrate their love and pride for the country, public servants should exhibit the same love and pride for their work.
The public service here in St. Vincent is the single largest employer. And as public servants, we impact the lives of every citizen of this country in one way or the other, be it in health, be it in law enforcement, education, or social services. We impact the lives of every citizen. As a consequence, the role of the public service in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is of even greater importance than in many countries which have larger and more developed private sectors.
Charles says the role of public servants in the state machinery is of great importance, and as their minister, he will continue to remind them of this.
As professionals, you are committed to the highest degrees of integrity. Deliver the best administration possible. As professionals, you're committed to be fair and transparent, delivering high-quality services, a stewardship of government funds that will maximize cost-effectiveness and accountability. I would say that you're guardians of the public purse.
Meanwhile, Charles is encouraging the public servants to take ownership of the public service.
It is for all. It belongs to us. Treat it as our own. While there are clear levels of authority, structures, channels of communication, and lines of demarcation which must be respected and subscribed to at all times, you must never feel that you are a law unto yourself, ignoring and defiling the status quo.
Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves is said to have concluded a successful trip to Washington, D.C., where he elaborated on many of the foreign policies of his government to U.S. lawmakers, the executive management of the OAS, foreign diplomats, U.S. and Caribbean media, American civil society, and the Vincentian diaspora. PM Gonsalves is currently in Martinique for talks with officials there about an application from that country for membership of the OECS grouping. He's expected to meet with Serge Lachimi, the president of the Regional Council of Martinique, and will address the parliament of that country. On Thursday, Dr. Gonsalves is expected to travel to Barbados, where he will address an independence event hosted by the Vincentian Student Association, VINSA, at the UWI KAHLIL campus on the topic Empowering Our Youths, Developing Our Culture, Inspiring Everyone to Move Forward Together. The Prime Minister is expected to return home on Friday morning. Just over a year old, the Democratic Republican Party, the DRP, has set up its executive arm for Vincentians in New York. Leader and founder of the DRP, Anesia Baptiste, told SVG-TV that in the party's first town hall meeting in New York, an executive of 7 members was selected to carry out the party's mandate in that city, which has the largest number of Vincentians in the diaspora. Baptiste said the establishment of the DRP's executive committee in New York in such a short time span is an indication of the party's capabilities.
We were able to select an executive body. Members signed up forms and joined the party, persons joined the party, and we were able also to put in place a DRP New York group with an executive body consisting of a president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, PRO, and 2 committee members. And that was very important for me to have gone away from New York, from this mission, as it were, having achieved that.
Baptiste said it is important to visit Vincentians in the diaspora as they play an important role in SVG's development.
for first time for a new party, the newest party in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it was a good turnout, and I believed in my heart that it was important in recognizing their contribution to nation building to go to them very early in the existence of my political party. That was the first reason, and I believe again it is historical, because whereas you would have heard complaints about some parties not coming out as often as they should, some party leadership, you now have a new political party setting a new trend.
The DRP's executive includes President Josiah Stewart, Vice President Everett Coach Young, Secretary Claudette Haynes, Treasurer Miranda Charles, Public Relations Officer Tonya Garraway, and committee members Vernie Derby and Jawanza Young. After some 17 years, the Miss Young Mothers pageant is back and will take place this Friday, October 25th in Layou. In an interview with SVG-TV News, coordinator of the pageant, Joanna Christopher, said the pageant seeks to highlight the various attributes of mothers through pageantry. We get more in this report.
7 mothers will this Friday compete for the 2013 title of Miss Young Mothers. Tamara Lynch, Melina Smart, Nadine Matthews, Rolanda Gloucester, Samantha Matthews, Shakira McDowell and Shanique Dishong will go head-to-head in the competition categories in swimwear, talent, evening wear and interview. Organizer Joanna Christopher told SVG-TV News that contrary to the popular belief that pageantry is for the childless, she seeks to showcase the versatility of mothers.
I had a previous show in 1996, Miss Young Mothers 1996, and Magda Lynch was the winner. And I put a pause on it because of migration and everything. And then people kept asking me, why don't you bring back this show? But then it's not only until I saw between the young girls in St. Vincent, I think after they make one child, they forget that they still have that zest and that beauty. And most of them, they're intelligent women.
From inception, the National Miss SVG pageant stipulates that its applicants must be unmarried and have not given birth to a child. But Christopher said that she thinks this hard and fast rule could be changed.
It's a kind of stereotyping, and that's what I'm trying to break. And maybe along the line they might have not that I'm trying to, display that it's good for mothers to come and show themselves. I think in St. Vincent, right, they look at mothers, the minute you make a child, they think that that's the end of the world.
Most of the contestants in the Miss Young Mothers pageant said they are entering the competition because they have always been interested in pageantry. The much anticipated Miss Young Mothers pageant will take place at the Layou Hard Court this Friday, October 25th. For SVG-TV News, I am Zulika Lewis.
As activities to mark this country's 34th anniversary of independence, Generation Next, a youth organization in the North Leeward area, will be hosting a cleanup campaign at the Fitzhughes Beach on Monday, October 28th. The group is expected to partner with the Solid Waste Management Unit and other stakeholders to host the event under the theme Keeping SVG Clean, Preserving Our Future. As part of the cleanup campaign, persons will gather at the Fitzhughes Beach from 8 a.m. to participate in the cleanup, followed by a short ceremony on the site. According to the group's event organizer, Terenza Franklin, this is a way for young people in the North Leeward community to contribute towards activities to mark SVG's 34th anniversary of independence by reducing the amount of waste spread on the beaches in North Leeward. Participants will comprise of a number of youth groups in the Chateaubelair district and members of the Richmond Vale Academy.